Hey everyone, Ethan here from Extreme RC 4x4, and for those of you that watched the live stream a long time ago about the CR12, it has finally arrived. I ordered this on Memorial Day or sometime around Memorial Day weekend, but it is finally here. The pre-order got it out here. It's July 5th. Would have been here yesterday, but it was the 4th, so nobody's shipping. But really excited to have this here. I haven't seen anybody else with this on the internet yet, and I got a great deal from RPP Hobby. During the Memorial Day weekend, they had 15% off, so that made this truck, which is right now 200 bucks, I believe. It's only like 170 bucks with that 15% off coupon plus free shipping. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this. One thing I noticed straight away in the picture on the box is that the color looks a lot more metallic than what I could tell online. And of course, this is a 1980 Ford F-150 with a step side box on it. And you get the LED lights here. You can kind of see them lighting up in the picture. Other than that, it's just all the features that I covered before. We can go ahead and look at those on the truck itself. Just a little bit about the truck and this picture on this end. I have not seen this one on the internet yet, but I thought that was a really good looking picture of the truck. So, I have not opened this at all yet. Decided to wait to get it on camera for this one. There's some specs here. I'm not sure really how accurate any of this stuff is on the internet. I try not to have to go off of that just because of the fact that it's usually doesn't match up between sites. Oh boy, there it is. So it looks like it comes without the mirrors on it. That's good. So I guess if you don't want to break mirrors off, those don't come in there. You get a USB charger, which is good for most of us, and it looks like it charges from a little balance plug maybe. But let's go ahead and get this thing out of here. Wow, that's suspension. What am I held in by? See if we can get it out now. So definitely, wow, smaller for sure than what we're normally used to. Looks like we got some zip ties. Go ahead and get all this packaging out of the way first. So we got some cheap AA batteries in here. Not really a name brand. I've never heard of Boening before, but that's what we got here. So the remote here, nothing really special. It reminds me of my RC 4-wheel drive 4-channel remotes with the brake setup in there. But good radio, I guess, for a $200 truck. I mean, some radios are more than 200 bucks. Wow, man, suspension on this thing is really nice. That's one thing that I noticed about the cheaper trucks that you can buy is it seems like they like to cheap out on suspension, but this truck feels really awesome. As you can see, the holes are already there for mirrors, which is always a plus, one less thing to stress about. And the door handles are on it. These are they in the body? No, these are separate chrome pieces here. I believe the grill is also separate with our lights, and the turn signal or the running lights down here must also be, they must be colored orange because the lenses are white. California plate on it. The axles are a bit large, but the truck itself is small, so I guess it makes them look larger than what they are. The rear tail lights here are not on the, they're not in the body, they're kind of on their own little stem, and I don't believe that those light up. And our bumpers, they are mounted to the body here, or not to the body, they're mounted to the chassis rather than the body. This is a really nice looking body so far. Does not look like we have a connector to release the lights with, so I might have to put one in. Here we have you can take a look at our electronics and everything in here. It's our small 380 size motor. The ESC and the receiver are all packed into the center along with your the battery tray up here. I don't believe that you could get a full stick pack in here that you might see on the 1/10 scale crawlers, but I wonder how much of a charge this battery has on it. This is actually a LiPo here, 850 milliamp hours. Power switch here. Oh, I already got low batteries right out of the box. I'm really glad that it already comes with the Dean's plugs. That's one less thing for me to have to mess with here. Let's see. They are a little stiff. Wow. Alright. So that's one thing you guys can do on these Dean's plugs sometimes. If they're too tight, they have they've got these little prongs here that aren't actually part of the plug right here, and they're kind of designed to hold the plug in. You can just take some pliers and mash those down, so it's not so difficult to get the plugs into each other. Let's see, power switch. We do have quite a large servo saver on the front end of this thing. So here's the servo saver right there. That servo arm really does stick out quite a ways, just with that big old servo saver on there. Tires are vented too. So right here on the radio, this is kind of self-explanatory, but I do like how they have it set up. The throttle right here, here's our drive, and then this is the throttle trim on both of these. And then you have switches to just reverse whether the throttle channel or the steering channel is backwards. Let's see what we can get out of this thing. So it will go slow, but can definitely tell that motor just wants to go a little quicker. So this would probably be a fun truck if you were gonna take it to the beach or whatever to bash around in the sand with. But definitely a good looking truck. I'm gonna try to get it outside soon here. Got a bug in here, but one thing that you guys might know if you have a steering servo on the chassis, here's our headlights too, but normally when you have the steering servo on the chassis, you run a pan-hard bar to eliminate bump steer, but this one just uses a 4-link, so we might have a little bit of bump steer here, but really doesn't look to be a whole lot. And I know everybody just wants to know how big it is, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my trail finder. So here's the trail finder next to it. Does make it look pretty tiny, even though the trail finder is a smaller size truck. I'll grab the TRX4. So here's my TRX4, and this thing is just dwarfed by it. So I don't know if you're looking to get this truck to compete with 10 scale, although this is Sorca, it is compatible with Class 1 and Class 2 rules, I believe. This truck and this truck during competition would probably do completely different. So that's just the size difference. I'll go ahead and get some measurements for you. So tire to tire, we have right about 7 inches. The overall length here is it's like 15.5 inches. And how tall it is, it's about 6 3/4 inches tall. So not your usually sized truck, but I'm sure it will still be a fun one. I love these tires. I really like the tall and skinny style of them, but also just the aggressive tread, and the wheels match everything quite well too. So pretty good amount of flexibility. I guess if you're stuck between getting a really small truck like a microcrawler Proline Ambush and a 10th scale, this would probably be the perfect in between. And then here's my Ambush. So this thing is definitely an upgrade in size. If you're looking at that, you probably would be able to upgrade to this for not much more than one of these Ambush trucks goes for. But anyways, guys, that's the quick and simple look at the Team Associated CR12 scale and trail truck. This is a 1980 Ford F-150 pickup. But thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll make sure you get this thing out on the trail quickly here so you guys can see how it runs. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.